Uh, I'll hand it over to Elizabeth. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Welcome everybody. My name's Elizabeth. I just would like you to get comfortable in your chair and just sit a little bit forward so that your back isn't resting on the back of the chair. I'd like you to just bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart space. We're just going to touch in with a slow breath in through the nostrils and a slow breath out through the mouth or nostrils. Okay, you don't have to keep up with me, keep up with your own breath. So as you breathe in, you'll notice that your belly pushes out. And as you exhale, breathe that breath out through your nose or mouth. When you exhale fully, breath in again, in through the nostrils, filling the belly, push out. And then when you're ready to exhale, draw that belly back in. You can have the eyes open or closed and just repeat this. Breath in to breath out. Just observing the breath. Notice when you breathe in and notice when you breathe out. Just one more cycle of breath, bringing that breath awareness into the inhalation. When you're ready, exhale that breath out. Let's bring your hands into prayer. Lift the elbows and palms and back of your fingers connect. And gently press your hands in towards each other. So you're feeling the resistance between the right hand and the left hand. Your feet are grounded onto the floor. If you can't reach the floor, you can pop a pillow or a cushion or a rolled up blanket underneath your feet. Now we're going to release. We're going to draw the hands down by the side. We're going to breathe in, bring the hands, what we call prayer, and then exhale. Draw your hands to the midline of your upper body. And repeat, breath in as you draw up. You can take your gaze up the ceiling or straight ahead. And then exhale as you push your hands in together to release the breath. And then breath in. Lifting up. Exhale, drawing down. And flow. You can keep the gaze and head looking straight if lifting the head up and back doesn't feel comfortable for you. So again, you can keep up with the flow with me, or you might want to slow it down, or you may want to go a little bit faster. See how that feels for you. Close. Last one, breath in as you draw up. Exhale, bring the hands back into prayer and then rest them on top of your knees or thighs. We're going to flow into a little bit of chair running. So you might need to push back into the back of your chair, or you might want to come a little bit forward. We're going to drop the hands down by the side of our body and we're going to run up and down, whether our feet are flat, whether on the balls of the feet. Maybe we sort of run more towards the heels of our feet. Now, you can keep the hands down by the side and just shake them. If you like, you can draw them above your head into what we call cactus arms. So we're just moving our feet up and down. If you need to have a rest, then do so. Now run those feet over to the right side, back over to the center, and then over to the left side. Back to the center and over to the other side. We're just moving our feet and gliding our bottom along our chair. A few more times from side to side. Remember, you can drop your arms down by the side and just move your hips. And let's come back to the center. Just running. See if we can make our feet more flat as we move our feet up and down. And try our heels, a bit of heel running. And then onto the balls of our feet. Again, you can bring the hands above the head. We're going to do about 10 more runs, but we're going to go a little bit more faster if it's there for you, or just stay at your pace. So 10, 9, bring your hands side by side and move them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just have a rest. Arms upwards or downwards. And just notice a little bit of heat you've built in the body just by some chair running. Let's heel toe the feet out. Yeah? Let's take our right hand and just wave it. The left hand can be on your knee or thigh. We're going to draw the right hand and we're going to cross over the left side of the body, whether we reach down to our ankle, or maybe it's the kneecap, or maybe it's the shin, or maybe it's the toes, or maybe it's the floor. Now your free left hand can come to the back of the chair if there's a place to grasp, or you can take it out in front. So you can be up much higher or draw yourself down towards that ankle or toes, just holding that stretch there. And if it's there for you, you can lift the other hand up and out and reach. So we're doing a twist. We're coming over the side of that rib cage and stretching. Notice where the breath is. Are you breathing in or are you breathing out? Now we're going to lift our hands up into the air and we're going to go over to the other side, bringing that left hand down to the floor, to your knee or to your shin or down to the toes. You can reach around and support with the left hand to the back of the chair. Or you can take both hands out in front. You feel that stretch into the side of your body, over your hip and the side of your belly, just holding it there, lengthening and stretching. If that's too much, just bring your hands back to your knees at the top of your thigh. Feeling and breathing into that stretch. Almost there. And then we're going to push off our feet and bring our hands up into the air. If stretching them lengthwise out is a bit too much, then again, drop them back down into puppy dog or cactus arms. Just keeping our hands above the head. And from here, take a breath in and exhale. We're going to come forward. We're going to fold forward. So whether you're reaching the floor or palms down, or supporting with your ankles or elbows to knees. You can draw that chin into the chest and let the head hang, or you can lift your head up. Just holding it here, stretching into the lower back and also massaging into those internal organs. You can take the legs wide or you can heel toe them in a little bit closer. And give your feet, ankles a massage. Hope you've got your shoes off for this little bit of movement. Now from here, we're going to push off the grip, take the hands up into the air, and now we're going to draw our hands, leading with our thumbs behind us. So we're opening into the chest and the heart and the belly. And you can keep the head forward with the gaze, or you can drop the head back. Just see how that feels. If you've got a lot of neck tension, it might be too strong. Taking your breath in here. And as you exhale, we're going to come and fold forward, touching toes, floor, or elbows to knees. And as soon as we touch down, breath in to lift up again. And draw the head back or keep the head up. And then come forward. Touch down, lift up, breath in. Exhale, coming back down, finding the support for your hands or elbows. So doing this seated open heart, chest long pose, and then we're coming forward into a forward fold. Option to draw that head back in and flow. Again, you can go slower, you can keep up with me, or you can have a bit more momentum. Got 3 more. Use this opportunity to breathe in and breathe out. Last flow. And then bring your hands just back down onto your thigh or knees. Heel toe the feet in. Come and sit a little bit more forward. So your bottom sort of towards the middle of the chair. We're going to come into a seated twist. So we're going to, a couple of options here. Keep the knees apart if you need space for the belly, or draw the feet in and bring the knees together. We bring our hands back into what we call prayer. I'm going to draw my upper body over my hips and come forward. So I'm feeling that massage and compression in the abdominal area, hence why you can take the feet apart. And I'm going to take my right elbow, and I've got a couple of options here. I'm going to put it in between the knee, on top of the left knee, or to the outside, and I'm twisting. Now, if this feeling forward is too intense, lift the elbow and sit up somewhat higher, okay? And our gaze can be at the top of the fingers, the shoulder, or the wall or space behind us. Notice the breath here and the twist. Everything does feel compact. We are wringing out the side of the body and into those internal organs. Just bringing in fresh blood and oxygen. And on that next exhalation, lift the elbow or support, come back to center. Keep the hands in prayer so we're more upright. Take a breath in. And then exhale, come forward over the belly. This time use the left elbow in between the knees, on top or the outside. If your feet are apart, you can kind of rest the elbow in between and twist. Yeah, it's like you're using the elbow and arm as leverage to twist the torso around to the right shoulder. Your gaze over the fingertips or the elbow or the space behind you. And feel the twist. Use the breath to keep you into this area of twisting. Got 2 more cycles of breath here. And on the next exhalation, release and come back to center, bringing your hands back up into prayer. And then draw your hands down by the side. Heel toe the feet out. We're going to take our right hand, and if you've got a leg that you can reach, you can bring your right hand to the back leg of the chair. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can bring your elbow, right elbow to the right knee. And we're going to breathe in and lift the left hand up and over. So we're feeling that stretch from the edge of the finger down by the side body to the top of the hip and into that hip area. Now, if it feels uncomfortable dropping your head down, you can rest your hand into your side of your head. And just breathing and feeling into the stretch through that whole left side of the body, or maybe you've gone the opposite way, that's fine. And we're going to release. We're going to swap, whether you're going to use the left hand to grab the back of the chair or elbow to knee and draw the right hand above. And support that head with your fingers or side of your head. You might just use the back of the chair leg. You can draw the gaze down to the floor or up to your hand. Or somewhere else. Just breathing into that lengthening of the side, right body. Almost there. And with that next exhalation, bring yourself back to center. Keep that hand in the air because I want us to windmill. I'm going to drop the right hand down, take the left hand over when you're grabbing the back of the chair or need support on your knee and swap over to the other side. So just flowing those arms, known as a windmill, moving the arms like a windmill, left to right, right to left. Feet nice and wide apart and press into those toes, heels of your feet, feel into the arches. Just feeling that momentum of sway from one side to the other. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Bring your hands back on top of your knees. Heel toe the feet in. And just take a moment to feel the rebound of that stretch. We'll just finish with a hip opener. 2 options here. So the first one is to lift that right leg and bring the ankle on top of the left knee. Now, if that's too much, too strong, too high, just cross the leg over. That's still a hip opener. Okay? See how that feels. You find that when we do the other side, it will feel very different. Now, you might want to just sit upright because you're already getting that stretch in the hip, knee, and ankle. Or you might want to bring your chin closer down towards your shin. You might even release your hands down to the floor. So you're going to get a deeper stretch into the glutes of that right buttock. I'm just noticing where you're feeling that stretch the most. You take your breath into that area. Use that breath. Notice the breath. I think it's 22,000 breaths we take per day. And even if one of those is a slower breath in and a slower breath out, it's a good thing. It means we've connected with our breath. And release. Bring yourself up through the upper body. Draw that knee foot down to the floor. And when you're ready, cross the left to the right or draw that ankle up. You might just be feeling enough of a stretch in the seated position. You might want to draw back towards the back of the chair. If you'd like to go further in, you can just bring the chin down towards the shin, reach the hands towards the floor. And notice the sensation that you're feeling in that whole left side of the leg and hip. And slowly uncross if the legs will cross lower down. Bring yourself up. Release that leg down to the floor. And again, bring your swap hands, left hand to the belly, right hand to the chest or heart space. Just a baseline check into how you're feeling after your practice today. Notice the breath moving in and out through the nostrils, chest and your belly. And just finishing our practice with one thing that you're grateful for in your life. Hold that. You can speak that out. You can say it internally. One thing that you are grateful for in your life. And then release. Bring your hands into prayer. Lift the elbows. Just gently press the palms in. Just finish our practice today with an Om. Taking a breath in. Om. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Express Chair Yoga. My name is Elizabeth. Hope to see you again next time. Enjoy your day wherever you are. All the best.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you.